Martin Luther, the guy that we love to bash on this pod often with good reason. But when it comes to music, the man was right on point. Here's a great Luther quote. Experience testifies that after the word of God, music alone deserves to be celebrated as mistress and queen of the emotions of the human heart. He says famously, too, that music is an endowment and a gift of God, not a human gift. It drives away the devil and makes people cheerful. One forgets all anger, unchasteness, pride, and other vices. I place music next to theology and give it the highest praise. Like, there's something about music, and of course, philosophers of music have written about this for a while. But music goes straight to the emotions, right? Plato recognized that. Aristotle recognized that. The Confucians recognized that, as I mentioned in my editorial. Luther certainly recognized it. That was what the German Romantics were trying to get at when they spoke about music as giving us access to the absolute, which is kind of BS, but it's true to the extent that music cuts through the need to verbalize or to conceptualize and goes straight to the human heart. And if we believe, as we do, that human beings are made in the image of God, then its ability to do that is a kind of sacred thing.
Yeah. I mean, this is it obviously, because everything kind of comes back to political theology for me, because I'm an annoying person like that. The question of music and the way that it kind of ties together different layers of the world often seems to me to be parallel to the way that we think about the way that politics ties together different layers of the world. So, if you think about like personal virtue as like self-rule, you compare that with kind of rule in a family, rule in a city, and then God's rule of the cosmos. At the same time, especially if you kind of get back to what I do not believe to be disproven aspects of cosmology, like the idea that there is a kind of music of the spheres that's going on in the universe. There's this sense of when we sing, we're actually being tied together with the music that the actual universe makes as it's operating, and that there's something there that that like brings us right to the heart of kind of we're peeling back aspects of the cosmos and getting kind of in there among the gears, so to speak, when we sing.
I was amazed reading some of that medieval philosophy of music, the Musica Mundana. Boethius writes about this, and others following him, that it's actually pretty sophisticated. It's not like they imagined that the stars are up there making little tinkling sounds as they revolve around the earth, as they might have imagined. They saw this music as you say, a harmony, a system of order, which is reflected in the fact that there are laws of physics.
Yeah, this is, and obviously thinking they were also operating with sort of the Pythagorean understanding of the interrelationship between harmony and number. And so, this is why I don't think, like, whatever, I have this thing where I don't actually think as much medieval cosmology and physics have been disproved as we think. But I think that one of the ways to think about that is that the fact that we can actually, even the fact that there are rhythms and predictable laws of motion is an expression of that same musical aspect of the cosmos.